And Hillary Clinton trying to get out of answering questions about her use of a private email server again. Oh, yes, and she wants to avoid anything to do with the deadly 2012 attack in Benghazi. Attorneys for Clinton and her former chief of staff, Cheryl Mills, asking an appellate court to overturn a judge's order granting Judicial Watch's request for their depositions. Let's find out what's really going on. Tom Fenton, the president of Judicial Watch. Tom, great to have you with us. And your thoughts about, are you really not going to be able to question Hillary Clinton after all of this?
Well, I hope not. If we're any other litigant, they'd be pushed out of court pretty darn quickly. She filed what is known as a writ of mandamus, which is, according to the Justice Department, an extraordinary remedy that should only be used in exceptional circumstances of peculiar emergency or public importance. And obviously, that doesn't cover Mrs. Clinton having to go under oath about her email misconduct. She says she has an indisputable right not to be questioned under oath. And we've laid out the many issues that are outstanding that the court also wants answered. She's not above the law, and we hope the appellate court quickly dismisses it.
Well, I want to take up, if we can, Judge Royce Lambert's order in quoting him. There is still more to learn, he said, after saying that this is one of the gravest modern offenses to government transparency. He said, even though many important questions remain unanswered, the Justice Department inexplicably still takes the position the court should close discovery and rule on dispositive motions. The court is especially troubled by this. I'm glad to hear that there is at least a judge somewhere in the judiciary that is troubled by what has transpired here, aren't you?
I am, and you'll notice he's criticizing this Justice Department and this State Department for their cover-up. And Mrs. Clinton in her filings highlights the efforts to cover up and stop discovery by the Justice Department and State Department to justify their seeking protection from having to answer questions. It's not only Mrs. Clinton, but it's her top aide, Ms. Mills, who is responsible for helping destroy half her emails. The problem here is that we've seen the Justice Department and State Department coordinating with Mrs. Clinton and her team on these issues. So not much difference between this Justice Department and the last Justice Department, certainly on the Hillary Clinton email cover-up.
Well, those are strong words, and knowing you, I know you mean every one of them. It's a shame, whether it's General Flynn, why this Attorney General wouldn't simply have this case dropped rather than waiting for the president. Perhaps he feels he needs the political cover, which suggests to us...
The president should quickly pardon General Flynn.
That's what he said he's thinking about doing.
He should, George H.W. Bush pardoned Caspar Weinberger after he was indicted because it was clearly an abuse by that independent counsel at the time. And this attack on Flynn, this prosecution of Flynn, goes to the heart of the president's foreign powers, his power as commander-in-chief and exercising and conducting foreign policy. And by attacking Flynn over his communications with the Russians during his time as national security advisor and during the period he was representing the president-elect, attacks the ability of the president to conduct foreign policy. He should do this to protect the presidency and secure justice.
Couldn't agree with you more, Tom Fenton. And by the way, it seems we agree more often than not, doesn't it? Thank you very much, Tom. Good to have you with us.
You're welcome.
Thanks so much.